Hi guys.
Check. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Ooh, I can't hear. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Why
Hi,
can't I hear?
Frankie.
Give me a second.
Hi.
Sorry, I had to take a call. My aunt, I just got phone with my aunt, and
Mhm.
when we were walking, I was walking and talking with her, and then she called me back right
Mhm.
away. So I was like, "What? What's
Oh,
what's going on?" She just wanted to chat. She's like,
yeah.
"I'm walking now, so let's talk." I'm like, "I'm about to podcast." How are you?
Nice. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're always
Yeah.
so energetically
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Right.
Yeah, I hear
Yes.
you.
You can hear me. I can't hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh
No?
no.
What's going on?
Wait, and then how do you know that you
I
can
plugged
hear
in.
us?
Yeah. How did she know that we could hear her?
I'm gonna
All
log out
right.
and come back in.
Or maybe
All
because
right,
I won yes or something.
we'll have to start this over.
Yeah.
We'll start it over.
Your hair's so fun.
I know, right? It is so fun. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you in a good mood, bad mood? What we got going on?
And I guess we'll see.
Okay, we'll wait.
Everything's a surprise with me nowadays.
Is Gabby coming?
I don't know.
Lloyd better be coming.
All right.
Hi.
Can you
Can
hear
you hear
us?
us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's start it over. And take.
Take 20.
Oh,
How's it going, guys?
good.
Yeah.
Look at you and your cute bangs.
I
Thank you.
know.
I've had them
So,
for a while, but
oh,
The
really?
I guess you
color.
can. The color's different, so yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
noticeable.
Well, I don't think
Very.
we haven't recorded in a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Like a
Yes,
month. Yeah,
I
it's
Yeah.
been like a
know.
month.
And so I
Yeah.
haven't
Mhm.
seen your bangs. So you've had them for a
Yeah.
month?
Yeah, but half the time I don't do anything, so I just put them up in a ponytail. You never
Is
know
that
I
the
had them.
only
I have them
place where the
long.
color is? Or do you have a
I
color?
have I have a little bit of color over here somewhere, and then a
Okay.
little bit of color back here. Some peekaboo stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have
That's
you ever had
cool.
bangs before?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
I've bangs plenty of times.
Yeah. I'm too scared to put bangs on my face. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It
Mhm.
I'm
takes
also
some get used to getting you. It takes some time to get used
Get
to.
used to.
Wow.
it's
Wow.
used to
Yeah.
getting used to.
Yeah.
Not
But
everybody can pull them off,
it's true.
Yes,
but
that is
Angela
so true.
can.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mm.
They look cute and playful.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. You
Mhm.
see
Well,
my tooth, Jim?
Oh, wow.
wow. Oh my God, you're just
What is going on,
I know,
Angela?
you are getting all sassy.
Crisis.
What?
I'm having a life crisis.
You're having a crisis.
You
I
know,
love
you
it.
cut your bangs, you dye your hair, you
And
Oh
put
you
my
tooth
put
gems
God.
jewels on
in.
Wait, let's talk about the tooth. Like
I know.
Well,
how
my
is that
sister, she's a
done?
cosmetologist. So
Oh, okay.
honestly, anytime she gets something new or she's learning something new, we're guinea pigs for her.
You're the guinea pig. Okay,
But I'm
got it.
happy to do stuff like that because I'm like, that's cool. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
So is
So
that glued on your tooth?
you know that stuff that they use for brackets on your braces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same kind of stuff. So she'll put that on and she'll do the little UV thingy and it sticks on for,
Oh.
she said it lasts for up to 9 months.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
You could brush with that?
Yeah, it's stuck on there.
Does it bother you when
Wow.
you're voicing anything or like
Mm-mm.
auditioning? No?
The first couple of days it took some time to get used to because I kept getting my lips caught on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's once you like just like when you have braces, you
Yeah, I
get
was gonna
used to
say.
having that in
Yeah.
your mouth. Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
Very nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's just like having braces, it's like a weird thing.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your crisis. We might as well start with you because you got
My
cute
crisis.
bang.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just life.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my life. So I just dye my hair, cut my bangs, and put tooth gems in. That's what I do.
Oh. Oh my God. I love
Nothing
it.
crazy though. Just trying to.
That's awesome that your sister can that she's a cosmetologist and you
Oh
get
yeah.
like yeah.
Mhm.
I would
Yeah,
love
she'll
to
dye
be.
my hair anytime, cut my hair anytime. The only thing is, like, bless her soul, she's a great person, but when you and I don't know if you guys have siblings, but like, when your siblings do stuff for you, sometimes it's not the way you want it done.
Yeah.
It's what they want done. So like if
Yeah.
I ask her to cut my hair a certain way, she's like, "No, let's do it this." And she'll cut a different way. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted. You're lucky I'm not paying you for this."
Right.
So we do that quite often. We go back and forth sometimes, but she's been okay lately.
Oh
She'll do
my
what I tell
God.
her.
I
That's
would,
why I don't ask my siblings to do things for me.
Right?
I cut my boy's hair and but like if somebody did that to my hair, like my hair is like my thing, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like if somebody's like, I'm like, just trim it off, and they're like, no, I'd be like,
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
murder you.
Right, right. Well, like like just the simple stuff. Like I'll tell her, like I want it more of a dark brown, and she'll give me more of a lighter brown because she thinks I don't look good with dark hair. And I'm like, no, this is what I want. So dye darker. So then we have to go back to dye darker or whatever. So it's kind of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of energy to be beautiful.
It
Just
does.
kidding.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So what's new with you, Angela, besides your tooth gem and bangs?
Nothing. As far as like voiceover stuff, I did do I don't know if it was like an online video or something, but it was for Fisher Price, so that was kind of cool.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
Nice.
So I think it might have been like an online video of some sort, but we'll see how that one works out. But that one was neat. That was one of my latest ones. And then I did do a video game voiceover, so that was kind of fun too.
That one came through.
Oh.
That was like, yeah.
Yeah. So and it was only like 5 lines, 6 lines or something like that. But there's my
something.
credit.
Yeah.
There's my VO credit.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So we'll see where that one actually lands.
I was gonna say, do you have details you can share? Is it something you have to wait?
No details yet.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
details yet. But I sent off my work and I'm ready to be paid as soon as the Voices website allows me to be paid.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that was on Voices?
Both of those were Voices, yeah.
Wow, so you're back at it. You're back on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I know I
cool.
started with 1, 2, 3 and I really enjoyed 1, 2, 3, but I went over to Voices and I've been landing more things on Voices now. So it's just one of those things, a turn of the tides. You got to figure out which one's working for you at what time. And now Voices is working better than 1, 2, 3. So we'll see.
Are you able to get in the booth like every day at this point? Or like, and how many auditions are you cranking out?
I'm cranking out probably about 15 to 20 when I do audition. That's like my goal, 15 to 20 at least. I'm not doing it every day, just because, we have things going on or I got to take, people to appointments and things like that. So not every day, but probably I would say at least 4 days out of the week I'm in the booth.
That's
for sure.
Cool.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about you guys?
Frankie?
I think we should go with Lloyd. I think
my.
we
I
just
was
need
gonna
to-
save him
my.
like the last.
The finale.
Yeah,
He's the finale.
He's the
No, I
finale.
think we
Oh
should. I
my.
think we can't wait
No,
any
no,
longer.
no, Frankie. I'm steering this little thing. So
This little boat.
I got Angela backing me up and Lloyd too.
Yeah, that's right.
We've yeah. Anything new for you in 2023? Like, where are you at? Just let it all hang out, Frankie. Just let it all out.
God, you really want me to be Debbie Downer right now?
No, just let it all out. It's
Well,
like
I
a real
mean,
conversation,
You
It's
guys
like
don't know. I mean, yeah, no, I
the
know.
ups and downs of,
Life.
getting into acting and life and voice
Well,
acting.
I mean, I feel like I need to share because not everybody's aware, right? That so right before Christmas, my dad passed away.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frankie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm really sorry. It's
Sending a
hard to-
hug.
Yeah,
Thank you.
virtual hug.
God, I said I wouldn't do this.
Oh,
It's okay
okay
for
to,
you
it
to
is.
cry.
It's
Frankie.
okay
good.
to. That's the point, you're letting your emotions out.
mm-hmm.
That's
That's
why I
what
wanted
crying
Lloyd
is.
to go next.
Oh,
Well, we have to
Hey.
end on a good note, not on a bad
Yeah,
note.
we're gonna
my.
end
That
on a
is
good
true.
note.
This is true.
So-
Not that that's a bad note, because it's
No.
just like part of life,
It's
but
life,
it's
yeah.
just it happens, but it's still sad.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
so-
been kind of a roller coaster, the last month.
Yeah.
Some days are good, some days are not as good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the attitude is like, oh, you gotta stop letting life drag you and just take the reins
Mm-hmm.
and just do everything you can to achieve the things that you want to achieve and do the things you want to do, because tomorrow is not promised.
Mm-hmm.
And then some days is the complete opposite.
Yeah. You want to roll up and stay in bed. I get that.
Correct.
Mhm.
Just give up, and
Mm-hmm.
what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to find that balance. I'm a little bit lost. I'm not gonna lie, be completely honest with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved, and like it's very very much feel lost and disconnected from myself and from other people. Um yeah, I'm trying really hard to find purpose,
Mhm.
and um it's tough, but
Yeah.
I see I'm inspired by all of you, and seeing that Lloyd has been working so hard
Mhm.
to to get his career started. It's inspiring.
Mhm.
Going to your demo reveal and seeing how many people are behind you and supporting you. You have more people than Joss and Gabby, which I think that was the record, but now you've broken that record.
That was a lot.
I mean, it was 2 pages.
Well, since
Uh,
yeah.
um and realizing that I might not have as many people, but I do have a lot of people who are pushing me
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
to be better, and have supported me through very difficult times. It feels good, and I just want to keep pushing. And um it's tough because I haven't had a lot of loss in my life, which is I feel blessed, but also I feel like I've been um kind of sheltered from that a little bit. So experiencing something as close as a parent passing away has like really taken me by surprise, and I don't really know on a day-to-day basis how I'm gonna feel. um Work has been very difficult because the type of work that I do, it's very emotionally draining. So when you don't have enough fuel to continue to do that kind of work because you're exhausted emotionally, it's tough. But I wanted I don't want to waste my life doing things that I don't want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and being around people that I don't want to be around. I would like to have a life where I love what I'm doing, even if, everything has difficult things, but it's easier to take when you really are passionate about what you do. So I don't want to give up as much as sometimes I feel like I want to.
Mhm.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to continue going, and I want to have a life that is full of like excitement and color and beautiful things, and I want to do that for myself and for those people in my life that weren't able to. So yeah, like the people that you love in your life, tell them that you love them
Mhm.
all the time,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because you never know when you won't be able to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I love you all.
We
Aw.
love
love
you
you
too,
too.
Frankie.
Love
Yeah.
all you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I want you to ever cry anymore, but you
I
have
know.
beautiful
Now
eyes. Your eyes are
I feel
beautiful when they're
bad.
crying. When they're wet, they're beautiful.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
want
like,
you to
wow,
cry if
they
you
got
have
super
to and
bright.
not tell yourself you can't.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to lose anybody, you know. It's hard to lose any family member or friend, whether you're close to them or haven't seen them in a while or, are
Yeah.
estranged. It's loss is difficult. And
Mm-hmm.
you gotta go through that roller coaster of emotions. You can't stop
Hold it
yourself
in.
from
Yeah.
you gotta like go through it,
Yeah.
And like a really good quote that came through to me recently was like, life is happening for you and through you, not, it's not like against you. You know what I'm saying? And so there's like lessons to be learned in all the different experiences that you're having, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be at where you're at. And I think we've
Mhm.
touched on this before. And you might never
Yeah.
know why, but you just have to keep pushing. And another good quote that came through to me was, instead of fake it till you make it, face it till you
Mm.
make it. Face
I
it
like that.
until
like
you
that a
make
lot.
it, because it's going to have to sometimes be harder before it gets better, right?
Mhm.
I think Lloyd knows that, and I know that too. We had to push really hard to get to where we've gotten to individually, especially in the voiceover stuff, and sometimes things, so I'm
Yeah.
really sorry you're going through that. But I mean, also too, it's like one of those things where, how can you take what you're feeling, and make the changes you need to make,
Mhm.
or utilize those emotions to help level you up in the things that do light you up,
Mhm.
to be able to
Mhm.
tap into those emotions, because that's real and that's life,
Mhm.
and our life experiences, we can bring those to the microphone in the booth, or to the acting stage,
Mhm.
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 because then you're more authentic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, don't ever feel like you don't have, people to go to. Like, if you're really feeling some feelings, call somebody up. We're always here for you. We'll answer that phone and listen and, help you through whatever you're going through. Cause that you mean a lot to us, and we want to,
Mhm.
Thank
make
you.
sure that you're good, dude.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Just remember, if
Mhm.
it's 9 o'clock your time, it's probably midnight my
Yes.
time. Just like, not to lighten the
Just
the
remember your
mood.
time zones.
Just
for
remember
sure.
time zones. And I constantly am reminded, it's like 7 a.m. Should I text Frankie? Probably not. That's like 4
I'll see it when he gets
a.m.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys up at
Uh,
4? Holy cow.
no,
Oh,
no,
No, I
absolutely
mean,
not.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
good.
the text will still be there.
Yeah, but
True.
it'll be a nice
Yeah.
little
Somebody
wake up
texts me
call.
overnight. I'm not gonna see it until I wake up. So
Yeah, that's true. I do set my phone. Well, I don't know where Gabby is, so I guess
Yeah.
it's on to me, since Lloyd's our finale.
oh my, we don't have to call it that. Finale is just weird. That's
Our main
weird.
attraction. I
That's
don't know.
even weirder. What? I'm just going last, everyone.
Okay.
I'm just the guy who's going last.
Remember, if you need awkward, I got you covered.
I don't. I live in awkward. So-
Me too. That's probably why I feel a kinship with you. Yeah, so bouncing off of Frankie, I do understand what it's like to lose a parent. I did lose a parent like 10 years ago. So back when I first started becoming a mom. So it is hard to lose a parent anytime. So I feel for
Yeah.
you. And if you ever need anything, just don't hesitate to reach out.
Absolutely.
I right now am gonna take us in a different direction. I got some good stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah. And Frankie has been a big, big, big part in some of the stuff that I've been working on. So he's a great director. He's a great reader. We spent 5 hours, maybe more, working on my self-tape for acting. So
Awesome.
I just launched that. Looking back and reflecting on it, since I've watched it about 10 times, maybe more, I'm not sure. I'm second guessing everything and nitpicking everything, but it is what it is. And it got a stamp of approval by our acting coach. And so I'm auditioning for real roles. I'm up on Actors
wow.
Access. And
Nice.
yeah, my husband is ready for me to move forward, and he's game. My kids are old enough now where he's okay with me. He's like, I hope I have a problem with you being gone to go on a shoot for a weekend or a
Yeah.
week, like he's ready to be a stay-at-home dad and like let me do the heavy lifting. Not that I haven't always been working part-time or side hustling, but the bulk of, he's the CFO, I'm the CEO, so I've been
Yeah.
running and managing the house and the kids, and he's ready. He's ready to sort of like hand the baton. So, and I'm ready too. So, yeah, I'm getting that going. I also just
Awesome.
booked another audio drama, so I think that's kind of my thing. They talk about in voiceover that, you think you want to do a certain genre, but then as you get started, things kind of bubble up to the surface.
Mhm.
and you start to really see. So this is my second audio drama, and I've had a lot of good feedback for that. So apparently my voice is good for murder. Just kidding. And horror. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I don't know if I shared with this with you guys, but I got an IMDb credit. So
You
I'm
did
up.
not.
Oh,
I did
wow.
too.
What?
What?
Wow.
No, I'm saying you didn't share
Congratulations.
that.
Oh,
What? What happened? That
what?
words.
Words.
Explain.
So because on that first audio drama that I had that very tiny part, I got IMDb. I'm still trying to like get that out of my mouth. Credits for. So I now have
Wow.
I'm up on there, and then I ended up getting another credit for being on a podcast that Lloyd and I were on when we guested. They added me because he's also a director and a producer and a writer, screenwriter. So, and then that same director producer for the first audio drama just recently sent me script to read for another part in his series. So
Oh,
I'm
fantastic.
waiting on that. So yeah, it's hard to wait,
Yeah.
like it
Mhm.
came through and I was like in between things with juggling family and stuff. And so I had to get it done. So I didn't have a lot of time to like lean into it or like ruminate about it. I had to just do it, and I sent it off and I told him I was gonna be out of town, and then it was the holidays. So I reached back out to him and said, "Hey, do you have any, are we good? Do you need me to make any changes?" And I haven't heard back from him. So I'm just kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
nothing, no word is good word or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I get that one. No news, but no news is good news.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. Yeah.
my motto for sure. That's
Yeah.
awesome, Josh.
Thank you.
Congrats.
That is
Very
you.
super dope.
cool.
So that's my stuff. If you look at
Very,
my
very cool.
website, it's updated. So
Nice.
I have my all those pictures. I have a full on camera section now.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very
Let's
cool.
click on this email link I have open behind the Zoom call. Oh, look at you, all fancy on the beach.
Well, you already know about that part.
I know. I didn't realize you had. Are these all separate demos?
Yes, I did I added bonus tracks. That's
Okay.
another thing that I've been working on with Melissa, our mentor, at TVAS. I've been working on, I did a meditation, e-learning, video narration, and telephony. So just bonus tracks. Yeah.
Fantastic.
To just showcase a little bit more range, because as you get going, once you get your commercial demo, you start to realize that you need to be able to, I want to expand. I'm all
Mhm.
in, so I'm doing that. Also, one other little thing is, you guys know my youngest is interested in voiceover. So he's actually booking
Hey, good for him.
on Bunny, because Bunny offered for, people that are already up there and running with a profile. You have to actually audition for Bunny to get on that. It's not a pay to play. It's like a direct, yeah. And so they offered for parents that have kids. And so I submitted him and he got approved. And so he's been booking, and we were working with another coach and we're not working with that coach. And so now because I kind of want him to have his own experience, he's going to be working with a coach from TVAS.
Oh,
So,
great.
Hey,
so we'll
Very
see.
cool.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, wow. I love that. I
I
love
kind of
that.
wanted them to be separate. I wanted to
Yeah.
be separate, but I
Mhm.
found very quickly, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, I found very quickly that, our community and the people and the place that we train at, it's top notch,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
our coaches are top notch, and even right down to like the customer service,
Yeah.
you just don't necessarily find that, and
Mhm.
sometimes I do find myself in a little bubble, right? Being in that community, but at the same time, because it can be a little cutthroaty out in this grand wide world of other things going on, but so I just decided that I think that it'd be best to put my son in the hands of people that I feel comfortable and confident with, even though I'd made a different choice I might have mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
I think this is a better fit for us right now. So
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know how long it's going to take him to go through. I don't know if it's going to be the same as like us grown-ups. I don't know if he's going to have to take so many classes, or
Sure.
if he's going to have to he'll probably have to be approved to cut a demo. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I don't know. We'll see.
Sure. I have a feeling it'll probably be around the same kind of process for him, except
so?
just more targeted towards certain kind of reads. Like more kiddie toys and games, things like that. I'd even read like a narration and stuff like that. But I think that's the good thing about where we learn to do all this stuff is, they have so many different options and different directions that you can go.
Yeah.
And, I think he probably will have to go through those same classes we kind of did to get to
Probably.
where we are.
I think that's a big misconception too. When you get into voiceover, you think like, I think a lot of people are like, they don't really understand, that it takes time and money and training. You can't just,
Mhm.
even if you have a great voice,
Yeah.
even if you have like whatever, or characters
Golden
or whatever.
pipes. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even if you come from theater or,
Mm.
acting or whatever, it takes
It's a
some time.
different
Some people go
monster.
through
Yeah.
faster, but like, it takes some time. So, which
Yeah.
leads us right into
Oh my
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Jazz
gosh.
hands.
When was the last time we met? What was it? Was it? It's
It's
January
been about a
now.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Was it like the beginning of December or?
Yeah, it was it was the mid-December, and yeah, we were talking about vocal health and wellness, and you had shared with us about your improv. So, but you have more stuff.
Oh man, I have so much stuff. I like legitimately
Buckle up, everybody.
I feel weird because movies and like entertainment have made it seem pretentious for somebody to be like if somebody asks you what you're doing, you're like, oh, I have to check my schedule. In my head, I'm just like, that's a pretentious thing to say to somebody. But earlier this week, I actually had to like go and make like a full-on schedule so I could stop being paranoid all the time that I'm forgetting something.
Mhm.
Because like Mondays and every Friday except for the last Friday of the month are the only nights I don't have something going on after work. And it's really weird because it's like, okay, I go to work Monday through Friday. Tuesday, I have an improv thing. Thursday, I have an improv thing. Wednesday, I might have a class or an engineering class. Saturday, I have practice for an improv group. I have this. Sunday, I have an improv class. I have D&D. And it's just like, and I
Wow.
want to take acting classes and dancing classes and dancing. I want to, before anybody
What?
comments on dancing, before anyone comments on
What?
dancing, before anyone comments on dancing, the reason for that is because one of my friends who I made through improv is a dancer. And this person and I, a lot of people don't know this because they're not in an environment with me where dancing happens, but dancing is like my number one source of anxiety, period.
Mm.
And this person's like, you should start taking dance classes. And I'm just like, oh,
Wow.
I mean, I should. So like, that's something that might happen on Mondays, which would take up my Monday. And then every day except Friday, except for the first 3 Fridays of the month, I would have something going on. There's just so much.
How do you feel about that,
who
though?
are you and what did
Right?
you do
Like
with
that's a
Lloyd?
change.
Where's
That is a
Lloyd?
huge change.
Are
you okay with all this?
I am okay with all this. I'm
Good.
absolutely okay with all this. The issue is that I want to do so much and I don't have time to do everything I want to do because, and I had this conversation with one of our coaches, Chuck Ojeda, about because we have always talked about like when people get their demos, and we'll get to that. Like sometimes people, you don't see them in classes as much as often, whatever. And the thing is, it's like the conversation that he and I had is that if I'm doing voiceover and improv and I want to take dance classes and I want to take acting classes, then when am I auditioning? Because I still have 7 to 4, which means that like, it's like doing all of these things that ultimately would help me improve is great. But if I'm not actually doing the work that I'm improving for,
right,
then so it's this whole thing. I got invited to join an improv group that does shows on the last Friday of every month here.
So awesome.
So that's super dope. That's where I was before I came here. Also, my nephew's birthday party got moved to next Saturday, so I'm not in a rush anymore.
Oh.
Thursday, This week was really okay. So I mean, I didn't mention this before because we weren't recording at the time, but maybe I had said that I got the okay for my demo, but I recorded my demo like 2.5 weeks ago. That went great. Actually, it was funny because I actually got to record back to back with someone, and it turned out it became this thing where I actually got to do like a partner read with them on their demo, so that was cool.
Who was
Nice.
it? Who was it? Can you say?
Do you know Ricky?
Yes, I know Ricky.
Yeah. So it was cool, and like it was good because we were like I was supposed to go before him, but he was like, "Can you just go and I'll go?" And it was good because like I had already gotten. I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and I don't care. I'm not even gonna look at these scripts because I'm not gonna get in my head. And he was just like reading them over and over, and I was like, "Bro, stop! You're gonna."
That was me. That was so me.
But yeah, we like that was cool because we were there to kind of support each other. And then on Monday, I got was it Monday or Friday? I don't remember. Days are weird. Time is wonky. I got the notification that my demo was complete
I know,
and
it was
ready
so
to share.
fast.
I was
So
just about to
fast.
say I'm hella jealous about that because it
Right?
took mine a good month at least.
Oh,
and
no,
Yeah,
yours
well,
guys,
that's
it took like a whole
that's
year.
what somebody told me. Somebody was like, "Hey, give it like a month or so." But it was funny because when I talked to Melissa, she was like, "Right now, I like caught up with a bunch of stuff, so I'm just gonna try to bang these out as quick as I can." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't know what that means." And then it was like everybody's like, "Well, give it like a month or so," and it's like 1 week later. But yeah, so there was like this whole frenzy to like try to figure out what day I would be good to do it because I didn't want to do it next week. And then trying to like invite people. And yeah, so Thursday at 5:45 we had my demo reveal and you guys were there and that was great. Thank you for coming.
It was awesome.
Fun fact, my friend Sam, who does improv and also plays D&D with me, he's like, "Oh, Lloyd's so popular." And I'm like, don't do that, Sam. And then we were in the Zoom call and Mila's like, "Oh, Mr. Popular." And I'm just like, you don't have to, you don't. And the funny thing is that as many people as there were a lot of people in that Zoom call, and I recognize that, but I know how many people I invited who didn't come. And I'm just like, holy fuck.
Well,
You
you know
got-
what? I want to go back and backtrack to what Frankie was saying. Like, there was a lot of people, and we thought that Jaws and Gabby had a lot of people, but there was a lot of people. But I feel like it's quality over quantity. Whether
Yes.
whether it looked like a lot of people, those people are
Yeah.
quality people in your life.
Yes.
And
Regardless,
the
they
people
showed
who
up. They
didn't
showed up for
come,
you.
you know,
Yeah.
all had reasons and stuff like, and also everybody found out like the day before or the day of.
Yeah, it was a
So-
pretty quick thing. And if you already had something scheduled, it's hard to, it's kind of at a
Mhm.
difficult
Yeah,
time.
because
But
two of the people in that call are in my improv group, not the one I got invited to, but the group that we all took an improv class together, and our name is Fluorescent Beige. And Fluorescent Beige.
That's hilarious.
But we immediately after the call we had it's called the Jam, it's called the Jam throughout the week every week, but on the third Thursday of the month there's the Tumble, wherein you can sign up with a group rather than signing up and just getting tossed in with random people. And so it was our first time playing in front of people outside of a class, and this is something that this is a tangent, and I'm not going to get super far on this,
Oh,
but
no.
I don't, for
We're just gonna open
whatever
up the can.
reason, this happens to me all the time. People just elect me to be the leader. Like it was specifically stated. And I'm like, you guys, because the thing is at the beginning of an improv show, somebody has to get the get, quote unquote, or the suggestion. And everyone just decided it was me. And somebody's like, our fearless leader. And I'm like, don't call me that. And we got up there and I was like, well, fuck, I guess it's me. Like somebody asked, like, who's getting it? And everybody pointed at me. And I'm like, I never consented to that. You guys just said it. Like, I was just waiting to see if it changed, but it didn't. So I guess I'm doing it. But yeah, went out and got the suggestion, and honestly, like the crowd was packed, so that was cool. And
Wow.
we really, I by all accounts, we killed it. Some people were like, you couldn't tell us that this was your first time doing long form, and so that was super dope. Yeah, so I got my demo. I am in an improv group that does shows. I am in an improv group that's like really growing. We have our level 2 class tomorrow, so that's going to be great. I'm super busy, and it's
cool.
weird. And
I mean, like,
it's
think about this time last
Yeah.
year,
Right.
you know, like completely different, like completely switched up. Like, it's amazing how quickly life can change for you. You just
Yes.
have no idea how quickly it can change.
yeah,
And just making one little comment, bouncing off of Frankie, celebrating the people that are here for you.
Mhm.
And like what Angela was saying, the people that like took the time, that or could take the time, those are the people to focus on, not the people that couldn't
The
come
masses,
or
sure.
no,
didn't come. Yeah. I
no,
mean,
I didn't feel
it's,
bad about anybody not
yeah, I
coming
know.
or anything. There was one person
Uh-oh.
who I really wanted to come, but I didn't expect, because it was someone who I've told a story about a professor I had in college who said
Yes.
something. Yeah. And we're not friends on Facebook because she made a new Facebook account and we only have like 3 mutual friends, and she has like 31 friends on Facebook. But I know she
Oh.
uses Facebook, and I messaged her, but once again, it was super last minute. So I reached out to another professor who I knew had contact with this person, and she reached out to this person, and they didn't get back to her. And so I was like, okay, well, so that sucked. But everybody else, I was super happy to see how many. I honestly was surprised with how many people joined, despite the fact that I invited quite a few more.
So last minute too. So quick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. One
Wasn't
of them, my
expecting.
friend Robbie, I love him so much. I've known my friend Robbie since the 2nd grade. And I literally, it was 5:17. And I texted him like, Robbie, what are you doing at 5:45?
That's funny.
Parentheses 23 minutes from now, or 20 whatever. And he's like, I don't know, maybe getting ready for tomorrow. And I was like, join this link. And he's like, what is it? And I never responded
Oh my God. Did he
because I
show
didn't
up?
have time. Yeah, he showed up.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I'm like, I don't know if you heard me. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
listen to your friends when they give you unsolicited
Right.
yeah, I
Click on
did
those
hear that.
unsolicited links.
and our other friend, my friend Glenn, who I've known since 1st grade, he wasn't able to come, and he meant to, but I was just like, life.
Was
Yeah.
your friend from your other podcast there?
Yeah, Stacy, he was there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
he texted me.
I
I'll
saw
tell
your
you what he
mom.
texted me. Yes, my mom was there. My mom, my dad, my stepmom, my stepdad, 2 of my brothers, 2 of my sisters, 3 of my cousins, who
Wow.
like
Jeez.
I came back to, like, I didn't look at my phone, but I have this group chat, and it's with one of my brothers, all of my sisters, and 3 of my cousins. I came back to 56 messages in that group chat, and then I looked at the WhatsApp, and
For
then
this.
there were like a bunch of
Just
just
everywhere.
independent messages. I was like, I have 100 fucking messages, and I have to go to this improv thing. I can't respond to. I was responding to people up until like noon the next day. But it's funny because Stacy, he messaged me and said, as someone who's edited your voice for hours and hours, that was amazing, bro. I'm happy to see how far
Aw.
you've come.
I
And
love
I
it.
was like, yeah. So it
That's
was cool. I got a
fantastic.
lot of really sweet messages from people, and I was super happy with how much support I got.
Yeah.
I really, enjoyed the demo. I've listened to it quite a few times.
In the car, like what was suggested?
Yeah, different
In the
different
car,
ways. Yeah.
on my phone,
Yeah.
in my headphones,
On your Alexa, maybe.
in a meeting at
On
work
your Alexa.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Funny story about that, actually, because that brings me back to I guess this kind of goes back to how life has changed. I'm in such an interesting place because, like, I know that my self-worth is much higher than it was at one point. Well, hey, it's Gabby. Yeah.
Fashionably late.
I know, right?
Hey,
Hi,
Oh,
Gabby.
I'm so sorry.
no, you're good. It's a
Good.
puppy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that, like, I know that my self-worth is a lot better than it was a while back. And what's very interesting about that is that I, for whatever reason, like the first couple of days this week, I was in this weird rut, and I don't know why. Like I just was not feeling good mentally.
The
And it was funny
Mercury
because
retro Gatorade.
who knows?
Sorry.
I well, the funny thing is I can tell you exactly when it shifted, and I don't know why, but I was on Spotify. I was like, I'm just gonna listen to country music. That's what's happening right now. And there's a song called is it Cameron Marlowe, I think is his name. It's called Giving You Up. Love that song so much. Yep, Cameron Marlowe. Great song. And I was like, why did this song change my mood? And I was like, I don't like, it was from like, oh, I'm in a shitty mood to like, I'm fucking unstoppable. Like I don't,
Yes.
and I was like, what the
Yes.
fuck just happened? But anyway,
Also,
I canceled
All
my
right.
therapy subscription this week, and you know that was the whole thing. My therapist and I talked about that a while ago. So changes, good stuff has happened.
Nice. You might have just converted me to country. Like that's the one genre of music that I do not like.
I like some country. Yeah.
I love
Really?
all
Yeah,
sorts of
country.
do
There's
music.
some good stuff.
Mm-mm.
There's some
There
good
is
stuff.
really good stuff in country.
Yeah.
I didn't know you didn't like it, Joss.
No, I'm not a big country fan, but Lloyd might just
What don't you like about country?
I don't know. I just don't like it. REM, I don't like REM. Anything REM, I don't like, and country. I mean, maybe some crossover country, but like I just in the AC, arena, but
Interesting.
or pop arena, but
Start with some old country first, I think. Start with like, the Dolly Partons and the Willie
Yeah.
Nelsons and stuff like that. Johnny Cash, do some stuff like that first, and then
Oh, I like Johnny Cash. I guess I
like work your
lied.
way into the new. Like country now is more poppy, so
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
pop music. Also,
Okay.
back to the
Okay,
music thing.
anyways,
I
yeah.
did read a study that said if you are feeling depressed or whatever, listening to sad songs actually helps you out of that depression because it allows you to feel your feelings.
Yeah,
So,
see?
I guess that
yeah,
makes-
it's all about that. So like, going back into country, I know a couple of years ago when I was feeling depressed, blues, I was on a blues trip for a long ass time. But it allows you to feel your feelings without forcing yourself to feel
Right.
your feelings. Does that make
That's
sense?
beautiful.
No, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does make a lot of sense because a lot of times I
Music
think
is therapy.
I don't know about you guys, but growing up, I was told not to feel
Mhm.
my feelings, not to be who I
Mhm.
was. And so it's like, you're too sensitive or, da da da. And it's like, no, you really need to just be who you are and just
Mhm.
let it out, like
Mhm.
back to
Right.
Frankie, from earlier conversation. You just have to like go through it, because
Mhm.
life is
Mhm.
happening for you. And if you don't allow it to happen, you're not going to feel your best,
Yeah,
You have to
definitely.
just move through it.
Yeah.
Lloyd, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah, Lord.
where I was gonna go because I made the comment about the work meeting. No, you don't have to say sorry. It's great.
Sorry.
You don't have to say sorry. What's really funny is that I have a new supervisor who, I mean, he's been my supervisor probably for like 4 or so months now. Great guy, super good supervisor. Like, honestly, has taken a lot of stress off of my plate. And you guys know that I like first started looking into voiceover when I was like, hey, I freaking hate my job. I can't do this. But the funny thing is,
Your job.
when he started, no, I'm not saying that.
Oh,
When I like it enough to be there right now.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I told him his first day, I was like, just so you know, I don't plan on being the guy who's here for 30 years like everybody's talking about, blah, 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 blah. I'm always looking for, better opportunities. And he took that as, okay, this guy's like going to get out as soon as he can, which
Oh.
like not unreasonable assumption to make. But it was funny because we were in a work meeting on Friday and we were just talking about like the good, bad, new stuff in our week work wise. But I just, for whatever reason, because they're hiring for another position that's going to help with mine. And somebody asked me, because the joke is that whenever my boss asks me what I like to do, I cannot give him an answer because I'm just like, I'm just going to do what needs to be done. I don't have like I just do it.
Mhm.
And it was funny because I was like, we'll come back to that. And because voiceover, was the thing. And it's like, not that I want to do voiceover for my job. Like I will when asked at this point because it's out there now. But
At the school.
well, for the district.
Okay.
but it's funny because I was like, yeah, like I can't tell you what I like to do because I just do stuff. Like I don't have, but I will tell you that like I want to do voiceover. Like that's what I want to do full time. And it was interesting. It was really weird for me because there was like this, like I played them my demo, which they really, really liked. The whole like dragon thing, he like freaked out. He was like
was my
sitting across the table. He's like, what? And I'm just like, but the funny thing is like it's interesting that I was open in that way because I'm not that I especially when it comes to like the corporate environment, I'm very much there are specific people I will be open with, and that's not everybody. And the fact that I like specifically told my boss that like, hey, this is not what I want to do, you know, but I'm gonna do it. But like I do plan on leaving, and this is why I plan on leaving when I get the opportunity. I was like, that's cool. That I was like comfortable
Open.
enough to, you know,
Share. It's
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
to share. It's hard. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people out there. I just talked to my acting coach and I said, I feel weird putting my self-tape up on my website and saying like I'm an actor. I feel like it's smoke and
Yeah.
mirrors. I'm having imposter right now. And he's like, no, everybody's got to start someplace, And he's
Right.
like, there's a lot of people that have been doing acting for years and years, decades, and they still have a hard time saying I'm an actor. Or, we
Mm.
have friends that are like, I have a hard time saying I'm a voice actor. There's that whole smoke and mirrors, imposter. It's real, but I am so proud of you. That's awesome that you've grown and opened up and embraced, and you're like flowing, like that's what we have to do. If you stop
Yes.
yourself from doing the things that you want to do or need to do, and you don't just allow yourself to flow and like go with the ebbs and the flows of life and
Mhm.
embrace it, like you're not going to feel good, like,
Mhm.
Right.
and you've stepped into, and it's awesome. It's so good to see you so open to share. It still
Thank you.
gets a little weird though. Like if you get once you get your website, once you get up and running on, the pay to play sites, if you have any questions, obviously ask us. We can help
Mhm.
you. But like once you get your website up and running, like I've talked about this before, it's weird to have a whole bunch of you. It's
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
and it's hard, and it's still hard sometimes to say like I'm a voice actor, here's my card, call me.
Yeah.
It's still kind of weird, but you're just
You look
embracing.
happy though.
Yes.
You look very
Glowing.
happy.
Oh
You're
my.
glowing.
Yeah, there's the sunlight. Like
Oh,
Excuses.
this
It's the
Oh,
internal
does feel
glow.
weird.
You can't hide it, bro.
oh my.
just embrace
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely like obviously I know I still have to grow in a lot of ways and I'm cognizant of that, but I also feel like it goes back to a conversation we had in our group chat a little while ago with one of our friends who's kind of been struggling with like some self-doubt because of some feedback they got,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, and like my point to them was that like you have to improve and you were already planning on doing that, so someone telling you need to do that shouldn't change anything.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, I know that, like I know that just because I have my demo, it doesn't make it like smooth sailing from here. There's a lot of work I have to do, but I
Mhm.
was already planning on having to do a lot of work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's my analogy on that is like you were waiting in line to get on the diving board, and now you walked the diving board and you are jumping in,
Right.
and you still have to do the work and the practice, and yeah. But if you have any, it's hard though, to get in the booth every single day and keep pushing when you've got life
Yeah.
outside of the booth,
Mhm. I
just
think that's where your scheduling comes in, even though you may
yes.
sound pretentious, but I mean, you have
Yeah.
to add in those little places in your life that, okay, from, 5:30 to 6, that's what I'm doing through 30 minutes. I'm doing as many auditions as I possibly can every single day, even if you're not getting the required 20 that our coaches say you should do every day, even if you're not, at least that 30 minutes, you're in the booth, you're seeing different scripts, you're seeing different
How well can
avenues.
you see that?
Oh yeah, there it is, VO
Yeah.
auditioning.
So, well, and bouncing off
Good job.
bouncing off of what Angela said, like you're not gonna do 20 right out of the gate. Like I started
Yeah,
at 5
it was hard.
a
Mhm,
day, and then
Yeah.
you built into 8, and then you went to 10. And the other thing too is you have a full-time job. You are in the perfect position. You have a full-time job with money coming in, and then you're gonna set like weekly goals. Like I'm gonna make
Mhm.
sure I have 10 done over the week, or
Right.
these evenings when I get home and I'm not totally tired, I'm gonna make sure I do 5. Or the
Yeah.
days I feel a
Mm.
little bit under like low energy, maybe I'll skip it and just add those, like you have to set some weekly goals, and that
Right.
is very helpful, and it's the long game, really, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a waitressing job or something, just to we talked
Don't get
about
me
this.
started about part-time jobs. I'm working on
I
it
sent
too,
you a
girl.
whole list.
Part-time jobs?
Yeah, I sent Jocelyn a whole
Oh.
list of part-time jobs, like mobile part-time jobs or
Remote,
like,
yeah, remote,
Can I get
whatever,
that list
yeah.
too?
Yeah, can
I'll
you
send
send
to
it
you.
Can
again?
you send it my way
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, can you send it again?
I'll send it to you guys. I'll send it.
Actually, my husband, the man babe, he found like a whole website that he found it on social media, and it's like a whole website with like across like all kinds of jobs are remote, and yeah, so I'll
Cool.
make sure that I put the link or give it to Gabby to put the link in the show
Solid.
notes. Anyways, Lloyd, yay.
Awesome. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Now, well, apparently we have like an after party because Gabby's here, so we had like the
Gabby.
main
Sorry.
attraction, and now we have the after party. I don't know. Gabby, what's going on with you? You missed a little bit, but
I know. No, we've been just having, well, we had car troubles, and so I had to make sure that they got up to his like schedules on time. And then he went to the dentist, and when we got to the dentist, there's 2 elevators. One's broken, one works. It's like on the 9th floor. And I'm like, I don't want to wait here 20 minutes. And I look at him, I'm like, do you feel like running up the stairs? And he's like, not really. I'm like, come on, we can try it. We can do it. Let's see who gets there faster. It was the same thing down. It was bad. And we gotta wait for the taxi. Yeah.
wow.
So
I'm glad that you're
Long
here.
day. Long day.
Yeah.
Long day.
Yeah.
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 Stuff happens
I'm like-
outside of the booth,
I'm
right?
like, yeah. And then I looked at the time. I'm like, oh shit. I left Dante downstairs watching a movie. I'm like, okay, I'm here.
But you're
Hey,
here. That's all
you
that
got your
matters.
steps in too, right? You got some exercise there.
Oh my god, yeah. By the 4th flight, I was like, I don't know if Dante's gonna be able to power through because I'm about to break down.
But
So
you made it
what's-
though.
Yeah, you made,
made
it.
it.
So
I
what's
made it.
going on with you in 2023, like thus far?
Thus far, let's see. I have been auditioning a lot more. I've been getting a lot of more character auditions, which is pretty cool. I do want to get a character demo out though because I've been getting so many character auditions. I'm like, it seems only right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know if a whole demo though, or just like a track or 2. I gotta see.
Bonus track,
A little
yeah.
bonus one.
Like
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
see because it's pricey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What about
super pricey.
website? You were just telling me about your updated
Yeah.
your website.
Okay. So my website, going back to what Lloyd was saying, being the center of attention, I'm talking to a photographer and he's like, do you have any problems with, like being in front of the camera? I'm like, well, not for the idea that I have because I want to take on like this persona for like certain, or I have like a couple ideas that I want to do, but I would be like in character. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. I can be in character and look at the camera and, it's fine. But the picture that's about me, like me as me, I kind of just want to hide.
Yeah.
I don't feel secure, I feel like you're going to have this camera there and I'm just going to be like, okay, so hi. And he's like, okay, so we're going to have to do like an hour before or a day before we can have a little shoot. And, just so that you can get comfortable with the camera and talking to me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because I'm going to be all tense. Like, okay, just take my picture. Okay, I'm done.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun though. You have to look at it. It's like fun, like when I did the
Yeah.
photo shoot on the beach, obviously we're outside, but when I went in and did the headshots for like my acting part, we played music, and I had certain thoughts or certain phrases in my head for the certain shots I took. They were very
Yeah.
deliberate, so, maybe you could, play some music and yeah.
Yeah, which was what Joss was telling me, like play some music, think of something positive, so that you're not in this very tense, oh, it's all about me and it's
Yeah.
uncomfortable and all your insecurities come out. So we'll see how it goes.
What I'd like to point out is like, how you're very comfortable playing these characters, but you have to remember you yourself are the main character. Like you
Yeah.
are the person who can change her voice or who can, make a different face because you are that amazing. You are that character. And
Mhm.
yeah, insecurities are always going to be there regardless. And a lot of times those ones speak louder than our triumphs, but
True.
that's the kind of stuff you have to remember. Like you are the main character, like
Mhm.
let's try our best to make her the shining star instead of our insecurities shining too
Exactly.
brightly.
Sorry, hold on.
Kid chaos.
Yeah, hold on.
Chaos.
No, you're good. I'm just so proud of everybody. I feel like we've come so far from like a year ago, I
Mhm,
mean,
mhm.
honestly. And Angela, you're crushing it. Like that's so cool that like
Some
you're
days.
no, but when you set your mind to it and you get in there and you're auditioning, you're booking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I'd say, your ratios are pretty good.
Yeah, for the most part. I
Mm.
mean, there's hard lessons that you learn, especially when you want to go freelance. Like there are very hard lessons that you'll learn. And we talked about, scammers and,
Yeah.
the inconsistency of things. Like
Mhm.
working 15 years with having a consistent paycheck and consistent insurance and a consistent schedule, but now it's like all up in the air. Figure it
Mhm.
out, and that's what I was talking about, getting a part-time job, maybe that would bring a little bit more consistency to me and make me feel a little bit better about what I'm doing. But for the most part, like you said, when I am focused on it and I do audition, I'm landing stuff.
Yeah.
And I have to remember that that's, it's just part of the process. I'm new. I'm not going to be landing those 6-figure accounts like some of our coaches or whatever. I'm not going to land those right away, but like eventually, hopefully we'll get there and I just have to keep my bootstraps tight.
Everybody's got to start someplace.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to
Mhm.
start someplace. And one of our friends that kind of got down and out in our VO social, thread where she was like had a couple hard times out there with like, different experiences and kind of got down about it. And, also too, she's also working full time. And I said to her, I was like, and Lloyd, you work full time, and Angela, you
Mhm.
had originally been working full time. You almost
Mhm.
have like the perfect setup,
Mhm.
because you can work full time. This is a long game.
Risk-free. Yeah,
It's
it's
risk
kind of
free.
risk-free. Yeah.
You still have to set your goals, whether you choose to do daily goals or weekly goals, well,
Mhm.
outside of your full-time gig. But you have the perfect setup because you've got money coming in,
Mhm.
and then you set your goals while you get your voiceover going. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And know that it's going to take a year or two,
Yeah. Mhm.
Even my friend who I called nap time voiceover, right? She's a full-time stay-at-home mom. She did it part-time when her kids were napping. Okay. It still took her a good couple years to get
Yeah.
things going,
Mhm.
and she's got her own story. But, and my husband's like, well, how much longer is it going to take you to get things rolling? I'm like, even me doing it full time every single day in the booth, it's going to take me a year or two. This is the long
Yeah.
game. So that's why
Mhm.
I'm considering getting like a real part-time job, not just a couple of my side hustles, because
Right.
you still have to train, you still have to pay for a website, and I might want to add some bonus tracks,
Mhm.
and you're constantly still training,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
working, and yeah, so it's the long game.
Mhm. It is a
And
long game.
but you know, it's still I'm still having fun,
Yeah. I
and
think it's definitely worth it. It's a long game,
totally.
but it's worth it, especially if you want to be here. If this is what you want to do, if that's what your end goal is to be professional, then for sure you got to go through those bumps and
Yeah.
high roads, low
Definitely.
roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And finding the right stuff that fits your voice, or the right stuff to find you and your voice that
Mhm.
matches, that's like key. So Lloyd,
We're so
welcome.
proud of you.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have you gotten yourself up and running as we wind this whole conversation down? Have you gotten yourself up on pay to plays and split up your
Um,
demo and started?
I already had like
No.
I already had like accounts, but not like obviously like
the
paying
full
for them or
blowns, yeah.
anything.
Mhm.
And I have to bug one of our friends because they have leftover acoustic blankets, and I was supposed to get them from him when we saw each other, but that was December 31st, and it is January, and I don't want to bug him, but I'm gonna bug him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You got some shopping to do then.
Well, I
and some
have.
booth setting up.
I bought uh, if you guys know Steven
Oh,
Blair,
wow.
Oh,
Okay.
cool, cool, cool.
he sent me like the guy that he used to teach
Creative
like his
booths.
booth building
Oh,
class.
see,
So
Yeah.
I went and got a bunch of that stuff, well, most of that stuff. So I just need to get blankets and like some shower
hooks.
rings.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you built a PVC booth around you. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
which yeah,
Can't
God, I
wait to
wish
see
this
the
table
finished
and stuff
product.
was small, but
Yeah.
because I don't have a lot of space and it really bugs me. Like literally when I get out of bed,
You're in your booth.
No, like when
basically you roll
I
into your booth.
when I get out of bed, I constantly kick this corner of
Mm.
you know, which is really, really frustrating to me. I may be able to move it a bit farther towards the closet. The issue is that the closet is filled with stuff that's not mine, and I would have so much room if I could take that stuff out and put my stuff in there.
I get it, bro.
But-
I get
Bag
that.
it up, box it up.
Well, it's stuff that's
Just
used
kidding.
because
Oh shoot. Okay.
someone else's, like my parents, their the rods in their closet broke,
Oh.
so they brought their
You should
stuff in
buy them
here
new
while my
rods.
sister was, well, not like out of the wall broke, not like just the rod.
Yeah. No,
You know
I
what we
get
should
that, man.
You know what we should do is we should do like little like tours of our setup and then send it to Gabby and then she
Yeah.
could put it up on our Instagram or we could put it up on
Yeah.
our Facebook page so everyone can kind of see like the difference between all of
Probably gonna
our
be like a
setups.
15-second reel.
Yeah.
This is my
MTV
setup. You see it.
Cribs.
This is my
You see it?
setup.
The booth and beyond.
There you go. That's all I
That
got.
would be fun, 'cause so. All right. Well, Gabby, do you have anything else that you want to share?
I did get another gig, the English and Spanish. Oh yeah. They finally sent it to me, so I'll be putting it up on Instagram pretty soon.
Yay.
Yay.
Awesome.
That's
I'm very
dope.
Congrats.
excited to
And you
get the
booked
English
another
one.
English? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
cool.
not another one. It's the same one, but I hadn't received the finished product.
Yeah.
And so I received it a couple days ago. I'm like, oh yay, finally.
That's
Very
so
cool.
cool. I was
Very
gonna
cool.
tell you guys one thing that I learned with the acting stuff is that a lot of times actors and voice actors, they create their own YouTube channel. Have you guys created your own YouTube channel for like you individually to put your stuff up on? No?
I have a YouTube
I
Wow.
have a
channel.
TikTok and a YouTube channel, but I don't use my YouTube channel for video. And
Same.
my TikTok I haven't put much on, but I've
Same.
thought about it. I've
Me too.
been thinking about it all week actually.
That's
Thought about
interesting.
it, but
Hmm.
haven't done it. I think out of all of us, Jaws, you're the one that's more active.
Yeah.
in
More
that.
socially savvy.
All of us are just like introverts are like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. I have a YouTube channel for us, from Booth and Beyond, that I've been posting, little small clips. So if anybody wants to like it or follow it and actually see our faces while we're talking, you can check out our YouTube channel. It's from the Booth and Beyond. I have my own, for my other podcast, I have a YouTube channel that I post videos, but I actually just created a specific Jaws and Rocky YouTube channel.
Very
So
cool.
yeah. And
Very
Gabby reminded me of that because I actually put up the one commercial with the video attached to it on there, so that's just another way to showcase your work.
Mhm.
And then I
Yeah.
put my acting reel on there too.
I'm gonna go find it. Go find it.
No. All right, guys.
Awesome.
I heart all of you.
Definitely.
Yes.
I love you guys too.
Yeah.
So proud of you.
love you
Lauren.
guys.
Yeah.